The purpose of the workshop is to teach individuals how to leverage their vision. Take note of the word leverage. How to leverage their vision and to bring the results into your life that you desire. How to leverage your vision. Objectives: to change the perceptions that you have of life challenges. To change the perception. Another objective: to understand manifestation over time. Manifestation over time. Next, to offer a different perspective and approach to overcome being stuck. Anybody ever experienced being stuck? Okay. Understanding systems. Understanding systems. Also, to understand the laws and forces that govern the earth. The laws and forces that govern the earth. This is important. All right. So let's go ahead and get into some meat. First thing, let's talk about aligning with the vision. And let's talk about a goal versus a vision. And let's talk about, well, what is a vision? So let's compare goal versus vision. A vision is always in front of you. Vision is always in front of you. You see it. A goal disappears after it's completed. A vision, it doesn't have a timeline. You see it, but you don't know when it will happen, but you see it. Goal, it has a timeline. When you create a goal, you decide, I want this done, this amount, this particular time. And you know when it's done because it's measurable. When you hit your date, you can look and you say, I have this result. I have X or Y or 5 or 4 this date, and I know my goal is complete and it's done. A vision has milestones. It's huge, it's big, and at some point you set a milestone. This is where I am in fulfilling the vision, in the vision coming to pass. Goal doesn't have a milestone. You can set them, but usually you hit a date and you're done. A vision is inspiration. When you have a vision, it compels you. It's concise and it's clear. Clear vision. A vision will keep you, and it's self-disciplining. A vision will discipline you all by itself because of the nature of the fact that it's inspirational. A goal is usually a want. It's usually a want. It's something I want. I set this goal because I want it. But it's not inspirational. A vision is also vague in terms of completion and fulfillment. Also, again, goals are measurable, quantifiable, and date-driven. All right? So the vision. A vision is hard to kind of describe, but it's based and steeped in your desire. Your vision is steeped in your desire. It's built on something. It's like a yearning or a nag on the inside of you. You don't know what it is, but it's nagging you. It's nagging and it's pulling. And when you build your vision off that desire, off that thing that's nagging, that's what gives the vision the power. That's what gives the vision the power. It's not just words of affirmation and fluff, but it's words that are built on who you are, what you love, what you're passionate about. That's where the vision comes from. It's in your DNA. It's part of it. You were born with it. Every one of us were born with a desire, something to do something in this world. Every one of us. And it nags you. And until you identify it and tap into it, life just doesn't feel complete. Life feels unfulfilled. So, what must be considered when you have this vision that's built and written on your desire? How do you get aligned to that vision? What I mean by aligned. So you have what I see, you have what I feel, you have what I want to do. And now, how do I align life with what I'm trying to do? That's a hard one. How do I align life? So what do you have to consider when you're aligning your life? Every decision needs to be weighed. Every decision, every major decision. Because each step, each thought, each word, each decision is going to affect where you end up. And I had to consider in my life all my decisions, and I couldn't blame anyone but me. Because every decision was where I saw myself. I had a vision, but it wasn't the vision of success and prosperity. That was a want. That was, I want to be successful, but it ain't my vision. My vision is to be out here in these streets. We got to be honest. What's the real vision? Because that's where my desire was. My desire was built in my environment and what everyone else was doing. And so when I realized that, okay, I'm off track. What else needs to be considered? Your words. Your words have to be considered. They are the building blocks of wherever you're going to end up is your words. What you say is what will happen. Not what someone else says, but what you say. That's what's going to happen. What you believe is what's going to happen. Not what someone else believes, but what you believe. Your belief is at a subconscious level, not at the conscious level. Your conscious level is what you choose to say. At a subconscious level are your hopes and dreams and wishes and wants and desires. That's what feeds you every day. So you can say, I want to be successful. But at a subconscious level, I don't believe I can be successful. I can say I want to be a millionaire, but at a subconscious level, my mom and dad were broke. My brothers and sisters were broke. I live in the ghetto. Everybody around me is not doing well. So at a subconscious level, that's part of your belief system. So you can want to be successful, but your belief system is rooted in your environment and subconscious thinking and meditation. Does that make sense? Your network or sphere of influence is very important. That's what needs to come in alignment. Your sphere, your circle. Who's influencing you? Who is influencing you? Who's speaking into your life? Who's sharing thoughts? What kind of music are you listening to? What kind of music do they listen to? What are the conversations like? That's your sphere of influence. Those are the things that are going into your subconscious. Your conversations when you're on your phone, when you're chatting on Facebook, that's your sphere of influence. Are they talking about alignment and vision, or are they talking about things that may not bring you to the place that you want to be? Your goals. What kind of goals do you have? Those are the things that you have to bring into alignment once you have vision. Once you start considering those things and you begin lined up with where you see yourself being, then you can step into a new place of where things just begin to flow, and you don't feel so spread out and disjointed and kind of all over the place and topsy-turvy. And I want to say this. The reason a lot of us have not made it to where we really want to make it, I want to say this. It's not the boogeyman. It's not the boogeyman. It's not the devil. It's our ignorance. It's our ignorance. It's the things we did not know that has impacted us and caused us to feel and believe the way we do. I think many of us, we've come from cultures and environments where we've been told, oh, the devil's going around like a roaring lion, and have you scared of this being or this creature. Fear mongering. And let me tell you about fear. Write this down. Fear is based in not being prepared. Fear comes from not being prepared and not having resources. That's where fear comes from. When you look at everything in our life, when you were afraid, it was because of resources. You didn't have things available to you. So immediately you began to fear and began to feel afraid and feel anxious because you just didn't have the resources. So we think if we get a lot of money, the fear will go away because now we have resources. But even in that, money can only go so far. It's resources. And the book says, that good book of the Bible, the faith, every time fear was mentioned, God's response was, I am with you. Think about that. I am with you. That entails all resources are at your disposal. Nothing else. I'm with you. But I'm afraid, but I'm with you. But I'm scared. I don't know how I can do it, but I'm with you. I don't understand, but I'm with you. Think of a child. When you were a child, what wiped away your fear? When mom or dad was with you. The thought of them being with you is going to be all right. It's resources. That's where the fear comes from, not the boogeyman. Resources. When you have resources, when you're prepared, fear is gone. It's eliminated because you have no reason to be afraid. Why do I need to be afraid? My bills are paid. I'm not going to die because that's the ultimate fear. How can I pay my bills? I'm going to starve and die and fall out on the street. Okay? So the next thing when we're talking about vision, so understanding first that vision is born out of your desire. Identify your desire. Identify what it is that you really, really want. Identify that. Once you have that desire, then you can write a vision around the desire. What's the impact that you want to make? Identify it. Once you become aligned and you understand what your vision is, the next thing is to become charged with the vision. Electric charge is the physical property of matter. Physical property of matter that causes it to experience a force. A charge. We have to be charged with the vision. Did you realize that our bodies have a capacity, a certain level of, we can hold a certain amount of electrical charge. Our body has that. And there's a capacity that we have. So when you become charged with your vision, when you become electrified with your vision, when it becomes electromagnetic and you become an electromagnetic field, that begins to attract other people to you of like minds, the law of attraction. When you become charged with something positive, when you become charged with something that's huge and that's big, it electrifies the room. It electrifies those who talk to you and who have conversations. They feel the energy, those forces. And people who are in those like minds and in that like charge, they become attracted to you because of your conversation and because of the charge that you have, and they feel that energy. I have people say, oh, you have a good energy. Yes, I know. I'm charged with a vision of helping people. I'm filled to capacity with the thought of making an impact on my community. I'm charged with it. Right now, you feel the charge like, yeah, I can get with that. He's charged. What is it that you're charged with? What is it that people feel when they talk to you in your conversation? What are you charged with? That electrical current, when they have that conversation, they're like, whoa, I don't know what that was, but that was good. Okay? So you have to be charged with your vision. A couple more things about vision. Words are the keys to unlocking what's in us. Words are the key to unlocking what is in us. Words create within us a charge, stimulation, vibration, and revelation. Words are for communicating thought, which in turn creates action. What else? Your vision must be a constant image at the unconscious level. Your vision you must believe in your vision. You must create the path in which you travel along and through time so that it fulfills the vision. You must create the path. You must create the path with your words so that it fulfills the vision. And you must start living the vision now. You must start living the vision now. Now, let me say this. Vision. When you look and when you see something and it's clear before you, how does that feel? Feels pretty good, right? When you have an image in front of you that is clear, I see it, life is good. I'm peaceful. But when you have an image in front of you that's blurry, that's fuzzy, that doesn't have a lot of detail in it, you become anxious. You become nervous. You're like, wait a minute, I don't really know what's going on. I don't understand. This is what happens in our life, and we end up being a nervous wreck. We end up being a nervous wreck because we can't see. There is a statistic that says over half the U.S. population has some sort of vision impairment. Half the U.S. vision impairment, nearsighted or farsighted. Okay? Vision impairment. Now, in the natural, but what about in the invisible? What about in our thoughts and in our dreams, in our goals? How unclear are we there? How foggy is the picture of our life? What if we grow up in an environment where it's foggy in the home? Foggy. Foggy in the home. Mom and daddy, they really don't have a direction. They don't know what they're doing. They're just living from day to day. They don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Everybody in your neighborhood, they don't know what's going to bring. Everybody's just living in this fog. Everybody's unclear. Everybody's unsure. We're just winging it, just trying to make it day by day. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's just going to happen. It's foggy. And so now we're adults, and we give that same vagueness and fogginess and lack of clarity to our children. How many homes actually have a vision? How many homes literally you can say that your mom or dad or even yourself are giving your kids a vision, a legacy, where we're going? This is how we do things. This is how we get ahead in the world. What's the vision? Is it clear to the children? Because if it's not clear to you, it's not clear to the children. So now the children are confused. Well, I don't know what mom and daddy believe in. I know we go to church. And that's it. But what's the vision? What do you see for us, mom and dad? What are we stepping into, mom and dad? What's the plan? We say we know everything, but we really don't. What's really going on? We have to give that vision. And once the vision comes, it changes everything.